Lost at sea. Once upon a time, there was a man who had always been fascinated by the ocean. Since he was a child, he loved going to the beach and watching the waves crash on the shore. He loved the freedom that the ocean represented and dreamed of sailing through it one day. As he grew up, the man learned to sail on small boats, and even took courses to obtain his boating license. But he had always wanted to do something more daring, to cross the ocean alone. He had saved money for years to buy his own boat, and had spent months preparing it for his big trip. He had gathered all the necessary provisions and equipment, and had finally left the port one beautiful morning, heading towards the horizon. The first few days went well. The wind was favorable and the boat was moving quickly. The man was happy to finally fulfill his dream, and had even started writing a logbook to remember all the highlights of his adventure. But one day, while he was sailing in an area where there was no land in sight, he was caught in a violent storm. The waves were so high that his small boat seemed insignificant in comparison. The gusts of wind were so strong that he had trouble keeping the course. The man tried to fight the storm, adjusting the sails and turning the rudder. But the storm was stronger than him, and the boat ended up being thrown against an underwater rock. The impact was so violent that the man was thrown out of his seat and lost consciousness. When he came to, he found that his boat was damaged and water was starting to seep inside. He looked for buckets to bail out the water, but the situation was desperate. He was lost in the middle of the ocean, with no idea of his position or the direction to take to reach the nearest land.